Welcome all my dear student of TY Basic Physics class. In previous lecture we have studied RS flip-flop by using NAND gate and RS flip-flop by using NOR gate. Now in this lecture we are going to see the next flip-flop, that is clocked RS flip-flop. In previous cases, the output appears the moment data is applied at the input. Sometimes it is necessary to have flip-flop in which the output changes as per data input at some desired time. What I say? Sometimes it is necessary to have flip-flops in which the output changes as per data input at some desired time. This ensures that the only desired data at the input changes the output, input changes the output, and all other data which may be present at some other time, which do not influence the data. Even in some sequential system, it is required to set or reset the flip-flops at the same time. What I say? Even some sequential system, it is required to set or reset the flip-flops at the same time, and this can be done by the use of synchronous operation that can be obtained by using clocked RS flip-flop. So clocked RS flip-flops play a very important role so that we can do the use of synchronous operation, or what, to set or reset the flip-flop at the same time. In RS flip-flop, this can be achieved by modifying RS flip-flop as shown in this figure. And I told you that this clocked RS flip-flop is derived from simple RS flip-flop. Just making some modification like this. Here, what will be the modification? The RS flip-flop using NAND gates, these are the 4 NAND gates. The RS flip-flop using NAND gates is driven by 2 more NAND gate, which enables or disables the flip-flop. What I say? The RS flip-flop using NAND gate. We studied here before this lecture. We studied RS flip-flop by using 2 NAND gates. Now here 2 more NAND gates which driven by these 2 NAND gates, and this enables or disables the flip-flop. At one of the input of both the NAND gate, suppose N1 and N2, clock input is given and other input of gates are used as SR input, Thus, an additional clock input decides whether the data is to be entered or to ignore it. Here there are 2 cases. When the clock pulse is low, that is 0. When clock pulse is low, that is 0, logically 0, the output of both NAND gates will be 1. Suppose this is 0, output of this NAND gate and this NAND gate is 1. And when, see, what I say, when clock pulse is 0, then this 0 drives this NAND gate, gives the output of this NAND gate is 1, and this 0, due to this 0, output of this NAND gate 2 is 1. Okay. What I say, when clock pulse is low, that is logically 0, the output of both the NAND gates will be 1 irrespective of SR flip-flop. Whatever be the value of S and R, but when clock pulse is 0, this due to the 0, both the NAND gate is having output 1. And thus the output of other RS input will be the same as previous state, that is Q n plus 1 is equal to Q n. Okay. Now consider the case when clock pulse is high, that is logically 1. The NAND gate, both the NAND gates N1 and N2 enabled. So this is the enabled section. What I say, consider the second case in which clock pulse is logically high. So when clock pulse is logically high, this high logic pulse enable these two gates, NAND gates N1 and N2. The output enabled gates will now depends, when the output is enabled, it depends on S and R input or RS output. What I say, when NAND gates enabled, the output of enabled gates will be depends on this SR input, S and R input. So SR or RS inputs will able to reach the flip-flop depending on whether S and R inputs, the flip-flop will set or reset or not change or will not change the state. The action of clock pulse is summarized here. So here when clock pulse is 0, there is no SR flip-flop, Q1 plus 1 is Q1 and this is Q1 bar, there is no change. Okay. When clock pulse is logically high and when there is no SR, then same thing is happen, there is no change. But when clock pulse is logically high, okay, S is equal to 0 and R is equal to 0, Q is equal to 0 and Q inverse is 1, Q bar is 1, and when Q bar is 1, complete output is 1, Q bar is 1, then flip-flop is reset. And when clock pulse is high, set S is equal to 1, R is equal to 0, then obviously Q is equal to 1 and its complement is 0 and flip-flop is set. And when clock pulse is 1, S is equal to 1, R is equal to 1, both Q n is equal to 1 and Q n bar is equal to 1, and this is meaningless. This is absurd. Because we know when Q is equal to 1, at that time Q must be 0, and when Q is equal to 0, at that time Q1 must be 1. But here the case is different. When clock is high, S is equal to 1, R is equal to 1, both S and R, both Q and Q bar is equal to 1. This is never happen. This is meaningless. This is absurd. Okay. So this is invalid. Now we are going to see here one more thing. This clock RS flip-flop responds only positive clock signal, and this clocking is called as positive clocking. So question is arise that what is positive clocking? Then you have to give the answer like this. The clock RS flip-flop respond only positive clock signal, and that's why this is called clocking. This clocking is called as positive clocking. And negative clocking can be obtained by introducing an inverter, that is NOT gate, between the clock and the input to the NAND gates. Now NAND gates will be enabled only when clock goes low. when we introduce the inverter between clock pulse and inputs of NAND gates. Okay. So I am going to show you some symbols, important symbols. And these symbols are like this. First of all, we are going to see active high and active low RS flip-flop. Active high and active low RS flip-flop. So this is the symbol for. This is S and this is R. Okay. And Q and Q bar. This is active high. Active high. Now active low. Active low. See here. Active low. That means what we have to do? We have to take the inverter, that is NAND gate, instead of this simple input. Here we are going to use NAND gate. So only bubbling input. Here also bubbling input. S and R. That means when S is equal to 1, it provides 0. It's inverter. One inversion, not inverter gate. Convert this 1 into 0. And when R is equal to 0, it convert into 1. So this is active low. And same here, Q and Q bar. Okay. So this is active low. Okay. Now negative clock flip-flop. So suppose this is a S, this is R, this is Q, and this is Q bar. And here we are going to apply a clock pulse like this. This is clock pulse, CLK. So when we use the pulse like this, then this is negative clock. Okay. And now positive clock. What is the difference between here? Only one difference is there. This is Q, this is Q bar, this is S, this is R, and only clock is like given this CLK. This is not, there is a no bubble. So when there is a bubble, bubble is inverter. So inverter gives negative clock, and here bubble is not present. Instead of this only here like this. So this is without bubble and this is positive clock. In this way we are studied this clock RS flip-flop in details. Now in next lecture we will see the next type of flip-flop, that is JK flip-flop, which is also interesting one and useful one. So we shall stop here. Have a good day. Thank you.